It's interesting because Mike McCready and I were just last week doing a Zoom call because this is the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
And so we're doing a big reissue through because they moved us to Sony Legacy. So we're doing all of the studio tracks, including the 3 tracks that Mark Lanigan did.
Okay.
And Peter Buck wrote one of those songs. Peter's the only other guy that came into the studio
Yeah.
to write a song with us called Black Book of Fear. So we've done a remaster of all the studio tracks, everything we did in the studio. And then I wrote some new liner notes, and Mike wrote some new liner notes with the larger story that came out, a long time ago.
Awesome.
And so it's a beautiful gatefold vinyl. And so we're just going to be promoting the 30th anniversary of it. But what I remember about that time was that we had all been on the road for a long time, years, including all the bands we were in before we were in Screaming Trees and Alice in Chains and all of that. And we wanted to do a record where we could just really be free to experiment with songwriting and production. Because it's kind of a band-produced album. Like, Brett Eliason guided us through that process, but we all had these ideas. I was kind of bringing back my jazz training and playing upright bass and vibraphone. And Lane is the only album that's completely 100% his lyrics. And he wanted to make a spiritual statement about his life up to that point. We were only 27. And so like his insight into the spiritual nature of being a human being is profoundly focused. And Mike did some of his best guitar work in his life on that album. And I just kind of feel like the 4 of us, and then 5 with Mark Lanigan and 6 with Peter Buck, we channeled something that I've never gotten close to that. It was a really different thing.